gonna show up to my next game.
Yes.
Hey, I'm Ben Bishop, a senior producer on the NBA 2K dev team, and we're here at the motion capture studio today with Luka Doncic.
All right.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. The lights of downtown reflecting off the Willamette River in this terrific look at the picturesque city of Portland. Now it's ended down to David Aldridge standing by from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you very much. We know Rudy Gobert.
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. Kenny, of course, you were nicknamed the Jet for a reason. Who do you think is the fastest player right now going end-to-end in the league?
With the ball, right now is De'Aaron Fox. With the ball. Russell Westbrook is probably just...
Ben Simmons isn't too far behind them either.
But he's more speed and power. Yeah. But in talk about...
But
I had a thing one time, and it was they scored. The team scored with 7 minutes and 17 seconds. I scored. It was 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Two
seconds.
So, and it was only on an outlet.
Yeah.
It wasn't a long pass.
You got it in stride.
In stride, and then 2 seconds later.
Wow.
So De'Aaron Fox could do that easily.
That's fast.
Yeah, that's jet-like.
Yeah. Thus the name. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Cowboy. Get out there with Miracle Man. Then it's Magician. And it's the Monster in at the 5 down low. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Junior. Wallace is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Miracle Man, the pass to Leonard. Here's the Monster. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the inside. It's taken away by Wallace. Here we go, one-on-one. Fires from the wing. He's off on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
But you also got to give credit to the offense, too. I mean, they exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
You know, every player has that moment when they know it's their last season in the league. The body tells them, the mind probably leads them in that direction. Did you know, Kenny, when it was time to retire?
When the paycheck stopped coming, I was like, oh, I think it's time.
Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Woo. And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. There's the pass to Gobert. Gobert double-teamed. Now, here's Junior. Not a lot of room. Fires the 3. He can't get that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
It forced them to go much deeper into their bench than they wanted to. And then the game got ugly.
Back to Lillard. Goes up from the top of the key. Offensive rebound. It's deflected. And here's Leonard from 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. You hear players talk about growing up the first time they ever dunked, a magical moment. Kenny, I'm sure you can think about that moment. Well, what stands out for you more? The first time you dunked in a game or the first one overall when you were a kid growing up in New York?
I said there's 3 magical moments for me.
Besides this?
Yeah.
Besides sitting here courtside.
This is more than magical.
Make it 4.
This is more than magical. This is much
more than magical.
My first moment, first basketball game ever. I remember that vividly. I was in the 3rd grade. So I was 7 or 8 years old. First game ever. I remember putting on a uniform for the first time. Other than that, I never had a uniform. So I remember that. First college game, running out for North Carolina. And the last moment is, which no NBA team does. I cut the nets down when we won the championship. So those are my 3 most memorable ones.
I do remember, and it's funny how much time I spent the first time I dunked.
You remember that? You know,
yeah, you know why? We were all pretty athletic back then. But like what I remember most about it though is, you know how many hours you would spend trying to get that first dunk, right? I mean, you would be in the gym literally for
I don't remember
hours.
my first dunk.
And how old?
9th grade.
Great.
Heaven on earth. Kenny, you played alongside some incredible clutch performers. Who would you give the ball to now for a game-deciding 3?
Game-deciding 3. Steph Curry's #1. Klay Thompson. #2. Ray Allen's retired, so I'll go with Trae Young.
Ooh, what about Dame Lillard? Dame
Ooh,
Lillard.
I'm sorry, Dame Lillard, #3. And then Trae.
Say, wait, so Steph,
Clay,
Lillard.
Okay. Game winning 3, not off the dribble.
I'm going to throw a wild card out there.
Who's that?
Kawhi.
No.
Kawhi's hit
Yeah,
some, hey,
it's
Kevin
wild.
and I saw him hit one of the biggest threes.
Yeah, that's a wild card.
That's a wild card. I mean, hey, he hit a 3 to get to the finals.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
And he was injured in that game and in those series.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Here's Vassell. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio. Kenny, you watched the NBA for so long. What are some things you find that make successful front offices in this league?
You can't be lazy. You got to get on the road.
Guys aren't lazy.
There's some guys there, I'm telling you. Can't be lazy. You got to be on that road. You have to understand. It's easy to see kids at Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky. But have you gone to Europe, or yourself as a general manager? Have you gone in the mid-major level and been at games when there's only 1,500 in the stands, but there's Paul George playing? Yeah. Like, have you found him? That's not lazy.
And the thing, he's calling lazy, honestly, is being complacent. And the other thing you got to be, quite frankly, you got to get lucky. You know, you got to get a Kawhi. And you got to get a Giannis, or you got to get a superstar caliber player that allows you to build around. Otherwise, man, it's going to be a challenge.
Lillard outside. Launches a 3. The shot, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining the focus.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the first. There's the 3. Lillard again missing.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Pass to Vassell. And the 3 ball is good. Vassell's got 5 now.
This is why you can't afford to leave someone when Lillard has the ball.
Here's Thunder, covered by Lillard. Here's Gary, and the foul called on Thunder. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Here's Lillard. Turned in an outstanding game against San Antonio. And the foul called on Thunder. That's foul number 2 for him. Lillard with it. Lets it go from deep. And so it's Los Angeles in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Keith is out there with Gobert. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Vassell in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Lou, he's checked in for Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Vassell. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this game. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against San Antonio. Last season, the G League testing a single-shot free throw rule to speed things up. One shot that can be worth more than 1 point. Kenny, any thoughts?
No, I don't like that.
Okay.
Because I'm fouling you because you can't shoot. It's a lot of times. So I'm going to put you on the line, and you got to get 2 for 2. And I disagree. Because the game is stopped. There's no defense in front of you. You're at the free throw line. It's only 15 feet away. Come on, Shaq. I mean, come on, guys. Like, you can make a free throw.
No, but I think the other thing, for philosophically, you really changed the game, right? Because what if you make one and miss one?
Yeah.
And you're up 2. Now it's 3. So now if you say I only got to make 1 to get 2, you completely changed the game.
Oh, but think about this even, Greg. End of the game. And you need to miss 1 and make 1. So instead of getting the 2 points, you actually want to only make 1 because you're down 3. And you want to miss the second on purpose to try to, man.
And I'm a progressive guy. Like, I do like to see how we can have the game evolve, but I do also want to make sure we keep the strategy in the game.
Nobody near Barnes. Drops in the tray. Barnes has got his second basket of the night. Danny, when you first came into the NBA, your coach was one of the all-time greats. Bill Russell in Sacramento, coaching that time the Kings. Was it intimidating for you at all?
Yes. It wasn't intimidating because of his basketball stature. I was more intimidated because of his social consciousness stature, of who he was as, you know, knowing Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, and that I was like, whoa. He was telling me stories so casually. So, you know, Martin and I, like Martin who? Martin Luther King.
Lawrence?
He's like, Malcolm and I, Malcolm in the middle? No, Malcolm X. I'm like, wow. That blew my mind.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that. Hate to say it, he's dragging them down. Not a single bucket this game.
That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. And here we go. Fast break. Wallace has got it. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Barnes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
And with the game of basketball going global, guys, Kenny, we've seen it. It's no longer a cakewalk for a U.S. team to go in those international tournaments and just check the box. They got to compete. they're going to face some terrific players.
Yeah, well, back in '92 when the Dream Team was formed, it woke the world up. It allowed them to see what basketball at its best looked like. And so now we can imitate that, or we can emulate it, or we can find out who got those guys exactly.
That was the plan for the Dream Team. Basically, it was to go and elevate the game of basketball. And that's exactly what happened. Right now, we have all these great players coming in from all over the world.
Got a piece of it. Vassell, the pass to Lou. No good from outside.
He's dragged them down with his performance today. I mean, a whole lot of zeros from him on the stat sheet. I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Stolen away. Oh, Leonard in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Here's Vassell. He's covered by Leonard. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
A different look now for Portland. Forbes checked in, and Lillard subbed in for Lou. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
And Portland making a change here. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Not as good in the Los Angeles leads, cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Lillard. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnover.
Keefe is checked in for Barnes. Here's Ruiz. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. At one point, they led by 16. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Keefe passes to Lillard. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
Turning on the Jets. Loving watching Lillard blast through the lane.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And Kenny, great to have you on the show as always. You got to come back soon. Promise us you'll come back soon.
I'm coming back next week.
Good.
I am not.
Good.
There's more food down here. It's friendly about.
Oh, he delivers that with
I can't believe it.
I cannot believe that.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Ruiz. It's tipped. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And he makes the first. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Junior's checked in. And he makes both free throws.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 44 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Gary. Boom, he jams it straight down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Portland again missing.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out.
Got a hand on it. Kicks it out to Lillard. Money from the wing. Lillard's got 9 points in the quarter.
It was a tough first quarter for him, but it's been a different story here in the second. I mean, this could end up being a big night for him. I mean, if this quarter is any indication.
From the arc. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 16 points.
Lillard plays with great pace. He's outstanding at knowing when to pull up off the dribble. The movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
With 1 on the clock. And so it's Los Angeles in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. And gracing us with his presence once again after his stirring performance with the live crew. At least that's what the call. And that wraps up the halftime.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running. Wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one and Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I'd throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. The monster out there with Cowboy. Then it's Magician. Then it's the Kid. And it's Miracle Man in at the point. Barnes outside. Back to Lillard. Down low. Here's Lou. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Wallace trying to break free. Out to the wing. Junior kicks to Lillard. From the top of the key, he buries it. Lillard's got 20 points.
We're seeing the very best of Lillard tonight. I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife of an offensive player. I mean, he's got a tool for every job.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Knocks it loose. Wallace dishes to Junior. With the floater, and he lays it up and in. Lou's got 4 points this quarter.
Even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Memphis and going up against the Grizzlies. Then on Monday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Indiana Pacers.
And for that game against Miami, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
Take a look at Miracle Man. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
And the kid picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Gobert.
Intelligent defense. He reads the play, gets himself in the perfect position to come up with the steal.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Lou passes to Gobert. A floater. Not going to go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. That's tipped. Here's Lou. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Lou's got 9 points in the quarter.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when he was just barely above 30%.
A nice shot by Tyler.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Good on the shot.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Here's Lou. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Miracle Man's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Tyler. Wallace covering, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
Yeah, he's just not giving the ball up. He's passing with a purpose, and it's leading to scores.
Gobert finds Barnes. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
All right. Chance to check out some stats for Junior. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. He's putting up about 21 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Forbes checked in, and it's Damian Lillard in for Lou. Vassell, the pass to Forbes. Shot clock at 5. It's deflected, but he recovers it. Blocked again.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Here's the professor. The shot from the low post is good. The professor's got 6.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Out to the right wing. Here's Forbes. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Trailblazers have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And he's good on the second. Los Angeles leading by 22. Here's Gary. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Here's the professor. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
And so it's Los Angeles, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the post. To this offense.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. The Trailblazers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. We've got Wallace, Damian Lillard out there with Keith, and it's Ruiz and at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
Oh, yeah, and that's just a good read on his part. And as usual, his mid-range jumper is on point.
Lillard outside. And the pass to Ruiz. Back to Lillard. The three. Got a piece of it.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Here's Ruiz. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, you hate to give up. A foul on a three-point attempt.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Magician comes in for money. And it's Miracle Man in for Thunder. And he nails the third. Los Angeles leading by 22. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. That's a two from Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. For Los Angeles, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Higgins, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Pass to Lou from deep. Cranes the three-pointer.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up.
Oh, wow.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. It's been quite a game for Miracle Man.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
Here's Higgins. Wilson grabs the board.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. At the top of the key, Gobert. Here's Lou. That three off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. And it goes down 2 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Passes it to Gobert. Inside. Drops in the layup for 2.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Here's Miracle Man, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Ball's knocked loose. The monster passes to Miracle Man. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Pass to Ruiz. Just 5 to shoot. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And Los Angeles, guys, shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Poke loose. And there's the pass to Higgins. Randall down low. He's covered by Leonard. They retain possession. 1:44 left to play here in the fourth. A second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup. And that's 10 points for the monster.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Here's Higgins. To the wing on the left. Here's Forbes. It's tipped.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Miracle Man.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
And the second free throw, good.
They're looking to get the most out of every possession. Frustrated and miss even one free throw right now.
He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow. Oh, and he quieted down the crowd with that shot. Big, big play.
And that was a punch in the gut to those fans. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 19-7 run.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And so they choose to intentionally foul. First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Randall. And Los Angeles, guys, shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
The first free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Miracle Man, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 55 seconds left in the fourth. Powered down with both hands.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
The first one falls. And he makes the first, but misses the second. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
And he commits the intentional foul. He's off on the first.
Shooting from Portland, Jason Red.
He hits the second from the line. And here's Los Angeles. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know, he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. And the first one drops. And he can't hit the second. Leonard attacking.
Portland foul call. That's the first personal foul. Second team foul.
And the first one at the line is good. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're leading by 39. 36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Miracle Man.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. And here's Los Angeles. Passes to the monster. Kemp with the steal. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Offensive rebound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
No good on that one.
Shooting from Portland, Forbes.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
It's 2-on-1. Here's Higgins. Wilson with the block. And they get it back. And he knocks down the first one. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Here's Miracle Man, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess